I want to talk about my second pro kickboxing Muay Thai fight that I ever had, and this one I talked a little bit about it in the last video, or said I was going to, and talked about why I needed to take this next fight. So throughout my career, there's been many times when ever money's been tight or anything like that, why not take a fight? So this is when I was still really young, maybe 18 or 19 years old, 20, somewhere in that range. I was living with my girlfriend, my wife now, Amanda, and we were both in school full time. We both worked, as much as we could, and rent was due. And so I know we only had a few days before rent was due, and we were still a couple $100s short. So I got the opportunity. I got a phone call maybe 3 or 4 days before rent was due about this show going on. It might have even been the night before, if I remember correctly. But same guy I had fought for last time asked me to come and do a kickboxing fight against one of his guys who I had previously fought in a little smoker show for MMA at Dave's place. So I needed the money. So I was like, oh, blessing in disguise. I'll go, I'll fight this guy, I'll make a few $100 and we'll be good on rent. So backstory, the guy I was slated to compete against in a day or two was the same guy just 2 weeks earlier that had come to Dave's when we did these little smoker fights, and we got matched together. I want to say he weighed about, probably 165. I was probably about 150 at the time, so really close. That's how we did it. And I remember in this MMA fight getting him in a real strong armbar and him literally lifting me up and spinning me around like 4 or 5 times in the air like a child until I let go and flew across the ring with my momentum and hit it. He ended up getting on top of me, taking my back, and I want to say it was either a rear naked choke or a guillotine choke. He choked me out. Tapped out. So anyways, that's why this was kind of cool, is they offered me to kickbox him, and again, it was just on a few days notice. So I let Amanda, my wife, girlfriend at the time, know that, hey, I got a quick fight coming up, but it was the day before. I didn't even do weigh-ins. It might have been the morning of, even, now that I'm remembering it. And when I'm telling you guys these stories, all these memories start popping up. It's kind of cool. But I told her, I was like, hey, I'm going to make the money for rent, but I can't ask anybody to come with me. You need to come with me, and you need to corner me. So she was hesitant. She does not like fighting, doesn't like me doing it. But she hops in. We drive the hour or whatever it is to get there. And this time we pull up to literally a giant barn. Now, it was a bar inside. It was a small little bar in one section, but the rest of it was just a big open barn. I'm guessing they used it for receptions and stuff like that, but it was literally a barn, and with the ring set up. So I get in there, he lets me know how much I'm gonna make, and I want to say it was only going to be like $150. Yeah, and I think that's exactly what we needed to cover rent. It was like perfect. The caveat was he also needed me to grapple a guy as well. So I told him, I was like, hey, no, I'll grapple whatever, no problem, but I need to get the kickboxing match done first, because I don't want to get hurt in that. I don't want to get tired in a grappling match and then have to go fight in something I truly do care about and something that I'm getting paid for. There's no win bonus or anything like that. So I do the kickboxing fight, and it goes my way. I ended up, Amanda can't corner. She doesn't know anything about it. So I got some guys there that from another gym, and they ended up cornering, with me. And you can hear Amanda in the background in the video, telling me, trying to yell at me and encourage me. But nothing spectacular happened in the fight. I think I landed maybe a spin kick or maybe an axe kick or something. I landed a good head kick at one point, I remember. But other than that, I won the fight. I was more aggressive. I put it on him a little bit more later on. He got tired, and I won the fight. Later on, I do the grappling match, no big deal, whatever. So at the end of the show, when it's all said and done, I go to collect my money, and the promoter goes to hands me, this is all, small, tiny show, underground stuff. He hands me $140. And I know he has more money, and his excuse is, oh, sorry, I don't have any 10s. I can't break it. Are you cool with that? And I was not cool with it. $10 doesn't sound like a lot, but I wanted what I wanted. That's why I showed up there and did it. And so they were trying to stiff me a little bit and whatever. I ended up going to the bar real quick, making change, and I went back up to him and said, you know, listen, you got to pay me. I got change for you. Give me that money. And they were hesitant to do it, which was funny. However, so that was my second pro fight, pro kickboxing fight, my second pro or kickboxing fight total I've done. I did, I think, a few MMA fights in between there at Dave's, like I just told you about the guy, same guy I had fought. It was a win, good experience, but like I said, had to kind of fight for those last couple of dollars. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but back then, and it was kind of like I said on the round, there's no commission or anything like that. We were fighting for only a couple $100 usually. It's obviously changed nowadays, and I can go into more detail later about the pay structure and, you know, give you guys a little bit of insight into how the pay has changed for me over the years, and now what I have come to expect, and some other things that I've kind of had to fight with promoters about a little bit on the way up. So, but again, just wanted to give you guys that story. Second fight, and the next one I don't want to dwell too much on the past as far as those early days. I want to get into the next step I took, or the next pivotal step I think that got me to where I'm at, and eventually fighting for Glory Kickboxing. So we're going to move a few years into the future after this fight in the next video, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, if you want to keep in the loop, please just subscribe. Let me know what you think, ask me any questions, and I'd be happy to do more videos on this stuff. Thanks, guys.